Emi is one of the most kind, generous people that I've ever met. I don't know a lot of other people who are pro surfers at 19 who decide to use their fame and their sponsorships and their winnings to start a nonprofit organization. So Emi truly is more generous than almost anybody I've ever met. I met Emi in June 2018 when she joined our graduate program. So I direct the Master of Advanced Studies program in Marine Biodiversity and Conservation.
October 2018, I suddenly got this email. Dear Dr. Kurian, I'm
Emi Koch. I'm a social-ecologist, and I founded the nonprofit Beyond the Surface International. It's a community-based nonprofit where we work with local children from small-scale fishing communities using surfing, storytelling, and mindfulness to engage these kids in ocean and human health for sustainable futures.
So while Emi was with us, she spent a lot of time thinking about human rights at sea and looking at things like human trafficking or illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing at sea.
But at the time I was just 19 and I was a sophomore in college, and I bought a book on like how to form a nonprofit for dummies, and I just read the first 5 pages and was like, this sounds great. And I incorporated Beyond the Surface.
And I was so impressed. Young people today are still passionate and committed to people who are not so fortunate as themselves.
The work that I do and the work that Beyond the Surface does, I believe is very important because small-scale fishing communities are often very underrepresented in discussions about ocean conservation and marine resource usage. If we're not able to also bring these communities into these conversations, then we're losing the opportunity to engage the frontline responders, the people that are dependent on the ocean, that care so much about it because it is for their sustainable futures.
She has tremendous positive energy. I was really enamored by Emi's ability to cut across cultural barriers.
She works with communities in Vietnam, Peru, Mexico to sort of lift up the stories of these vulnerable small-scale fishing communities. I think Emi truly wants to be of service. She wants the world to be a better place. She wants a world where the place where you were born or the way that you were raised or the amount of resources that you have based on your geography isn't what dictates your success in the world. Congratulations, Emi. I see the imprint that you're having on this world. You really are making a difference. You're making it a better place. We can't wait to see what you do next and where you go from here.
This is just the first honor that you are going to get. You are going to have many more. And let me wish you all the very best. If you were here, then I would have given you a hug.
For me, Anna Thorvaldsdottir is really one of the most important young composers working anywhere in the world. And she's worked on the highest possible levels with the New York Philharmonic, the Berlin Philharmonic recently. She brings with her the imprint of UCSD and its dedication to and commitment to research and exploration and imagination. So with everything she does, she carries us forward with her. I met Anna in 2006 when she entered our program as a master's student. And of course, I knew her during her studies. And during her doctoral work, I was a member of her committee. I conducted a number of her pieces and worked with her closely on a lot of projects.
I came to know Anna through an email and said, you need to look out for this incredible young composer. She's a student of mine, and I think she's going places. And so I looked into her work and was completely blown away right off the bat. She is, in her quiet way, so immensely powerful. And she's a furnace of concentration and focus and authenticity. And her music is so very much like that too.
She thinks big, her music is grand, but she is also an intimate poet of composition, and she's connected to the earth, but she's also makes music that is the stuff of dreams. When I think of Anna, I think of a composer who is intimately connected to the earth.
Well, Anna has always been very inspired by nature, and she recognizes the danger in the darkness and also how very much nature is threatened.
And that her sense of large-scale arcs is really informed by a deep love of the planet.
She's growing immensely and expanding and deepening her practice. And for an artist to continue to evolve, not only doing that, but doing that fearlessly and with so much integrity. Anna, congratulations. There is no one in the world that deserves this and so many other accolades more than you. You are a leading light in our generation of artists. You are so loved by all of us at International Contemporary Ensemble. Congrats.
Congratulations, Anna, for this award which you so richly deserve. And congratulations for the extraordinary music that you have made, both when you were a student at UCSD and in the years since you've left us. And what makes me happiest about our relationship together has been the friendship and the promise of music making far into the future. Congratulations.